Wait, 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 wait. Hey, oh! I'm thinking about growing out the beard. I'm thinking about growing up like a nice big old beard. You know what I mean? Keeping the mustache like this, but just having like a big old beard, a nice little curly beard. What do you guys think, huh? Exciting news coming out of Square Enix. They're having some type of investors meeting right now. They're taking question and answering from the audience. And somebody in the audience asked, well, I think it was one of the investors, that's what the reports are saying, asked, when is Square Enix going to get back to turn based JRPGs? Y'all don't understand on this channel. The reason I'm feeling so triumphant right now, for those who don't know, I got so many war wounds on this goddamn channel, man. Doing so many videos, I mean, I've done video after video after video of saying that JRPGs must be turn based. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Well, 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 look who's back. Hey, what's up, Thunderstrike God? Maybe I underestimated Expedition 33. We talked about it. We talked about it, Wisdom. We talked about it. We did videos saying that Expedition 33 is going to be the wake up call for Square Enix. Google it. Google Zombie 70 Expedition 33. We talked about it. But y'all don't understand, man, the war wounds that me, Wisdom, Thunderstrike got. Yay, what's up? The Argonaut? Yeah. So many battle wounds that we have right now telling the community. It's not like we were having a discussion. I, th- you know, I really don't understand why there was so much hatred towards me. Me saying that you guys are complete losers for wanting action JRPGs. I wasn't being mean. That was a true to life statement. What's the topic here? Square Enix just came out. They're having a meeting, and somebody came out and said, "When are you bringing back the turn-based JRPGs?" And he also included that look at the success that Expedition 33 is having right now. You know what I mean? Should have been no hatred towards me over the years because I was a million times correct. Even if I said you guys were complete losers, weirdos, you Johnny come latelys, NBA Live, NBA 2K, Madden players. It's the truth. It's the gosh damn truth. What are you mad about? Action RPGs are made for losers. They're made for people that don't have a tactical mindset. Me saying these things wasn't being mean. It's the truth. They can't take 10 years to make your games anymore. Yo, no, but what's up, man? Serena, what's going on? They just came out and they use Expedition 33 and Square Enix, the company, I believe. Guys, Google right now for me. I can't Google. I don't have a laptop or anything. I can't get on my phone because it's going to shut the stream down. Can somebody Google what Square Enix said? Wisdom. Can you quickly Google for me? Open up a second tab. Open up an alternative tab right now, and Google for me what was Square Enix thoughts on turn-based JRPGs, because I remember them saying that they said they were going to get away from the turn-based JRPGs. Oh my god! Oh my god, Zobi, you're so stupid. They're still making turn-based JRPGs. What are you talking about, man? Games like Saga, Frontier, Bravery Default, the Octopath Traversians, the Octopath Travelers. That wasn't the point. The point was, yes, they are making turn-based RPGs, and I still collect said turn-based JRPGs. But the point was Final Fantasy. The point was for everybody was Final Fantasy. Oh my god, you guys are just such fake gamers. You don't even know that Square Enix didn't release an. We know, we know. We're talking about Final Fantasy. We've always talked about Final Fantasy. You guys are trying to find a way to win because you were wrong. You're looking for a way to win when you were wrong, and I can't stand it when you guys do that. You purposely try to find some a misprint somewhere so you can say, no, we know, everybody knows what we're talking about. We're talking about Final Fantasy. The way that Sakaguchi, the way that he implemented Final Fantasy, turn-based, fantasy, tactical RPGs, that's what Final Fantasy is. Noble Umamusa, Noble Umamusa, I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm having a tongue twister right now. He just came out and said the Final Fantasy died when Sakaguchi left. The guy that used to do the soundtracks for the Final Fantasies. Brilliant artist, probably one of the most underrated music artists of all time. I believe he's underrated because he's doing video game soundtracks, but still phenomenal. Probably one of the greatest artists of our time. Seriously underrated. He came out and said Sakaguchi. Once he left, Final Fantasy went down the drain, and I said the same thing, yo. And Bad Cats was on here was talking about, you know what I was talking about. Just got off of work. What did I miss, bro? Square Enix just came out and gave props to Expedition 33 and said that they will be going full force with turn-based RPGs. I got a new snack update for you guys. I got a new healthy snack for you guys. Organic sweet potato sticks from Costco's. Ah! Years and years and years have we have been on this channel. Me, Wisdom, Solid Snake, Sereno. We've all been on here telling you guys. You guys say I look like all types of people on this goddamn website. Organic sweet potato. Yeah. Nobu Ubumoto. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. He just came out literally with an article. There's something going on at Square Enix right now. They're giving out their 3-year plan. The 3-year plan for the upcoming years is to just basically reboot and remaster games. So it looks like they're pulling a Skyrim, or they're pulling some type of Call of Duty, or they're pulling some type of Sony, where they got to make the money back. They got to make the money back. That's why we just got that Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, and that was announced, and it was like very limited. Like there's no improvements whatsoever. They added a bunch of mediocre voice actors. They streamlined it and things of that such. But they're basically going to, the 3-year plan from 2005 to 2008 is to just reboot. So I'm guessing we're going to get that Final Fantasy 9 announcement pretty soon, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be re-releasing games with. Oh my God! You know what? I don't want an Xenogears remaster in no way, shape, or form or fashion. But I think I would be interested if they keep it like the Final Fantasy Tactics, where they just kind of just smooth around the edges, give it a nice little uh, uh, clean finish, and because the 2D HD, that was one of the first games to do the 3D HD type thing with the 2D graphics, 2D sprites mixed in with the 3D. That was one of the first games to do that, and I don't know. The remaster is probably going to piss me off, but I could imagine them also adding voice tracks to it as well. Now, the modern day voice actors compared to the 90s would suck, and they do have voice acting in Xenogears with their anime cutscenes, but I don't think they can probably get those voice actors to come back anyway. I don't know. But anyway, they have a 3 year plan, and the 3 year plan is remaster, because it helps them get money to make new games. And after those 3 years, they said they're going to be going, you know, pushing out games and stuff like that. So they lost a lot of money. They lost so much money with their Western, trying to appeal to a Western audience. And that was making games more simplified, making games into action games, taking away the vision, the creativity, the longevity aspect to video games that has been removed. Putting the camera smack dab in a third person view where you can't see your surroundings compared to Sakaguchi. He gave you a little character, but he wanted you to focus on the full diorama on every scene that he went into. When you go back and look at the games that Sakaguchi had directed, he makes sure that you focus on everything, not just the back of a character's head and a bunch of flashy gray and greens and things of that such. But yes, somebody was bold enough to come out. He probably was one of you guys, and he said, "But wait, did somebody get that information?" Some of Square Enix, what you call it, turn-based. Yeah, they're selling phenomenally, and not only that, they're selling well, but they're not that expensive to make. You know what I mean? You're taking old sprites and you're just putting them, slapping and grabbing on some 3D texture backgrounds, man. And they're making hand over fist. They're making way more money than they would ever make with those the modern Final Fantasy action games that were catered to a Western audience. But I'm excited. Square Enix came out and said, "Hey, I could have sworn there was an article years ago that made me fumigate because they said they wanted to get away from turn-based." Yeah, they did. They did because they asked the Final Fantasy 16 creator, the guy that you guys were saying that trust him, he's the goat and everything like that, and then they kicked him out of Square Enix, or he stepped down. Oh man, he was talking about that they couldn't do turn-based RPGs because it wasn't the younger audience wasn't gravitating to them, and what you call it? He said that the the turn-based combat system would break the immersion because they were going for more of a lifelike looking thing. But this battle at Square Enix to get away from traditional turn-based JRPGs did not just happen though. You know what I'm saying? This was going all the way back to the PlayStation 1 era. You know what I mean? That goes way back to the PlayStation 1 era with Final Fantasy 8. They were giving Sakaguchi a hard time, and I just saw a video the other day where they were breaking it down with Final Fantasy 7. The reason there was a mixture between the 2D looking characters, like if you look at Cloud on the map, he looks like a little chibi character. But if you go into battle, he looks like a full on long elongated humanoid. You know what I mean? And that was a battle between Sakaguchi and Square Enix. The current guy that's leading and directing Square Enix, um, currently till right now, they were beefing and battling for a long time to keep Final Fantasy traditional. I just saw a video about that the other day. And then with Final Fantasy VIII, he said, I don't want nothing to do with it. And that's the reason why the game, that's one of the worst Final Fantasy games. And not only that, all the characters are tall and elongated and not little chibi characters. Yeah. Yo, Zome, what's up, man? Mm-hmm. But yo, we won. You know what I'm saying? I knew we did a video on this a long time ago. Zubi 70, no, Noble Umatsu. Expedition 33. We had talked about how Expedition 33 was going to get Final Fantasy back in order. I swear I did a video on that. This is great news, man. This is great news, man, because Final Fantasy has just been in shambles. And I have been trying, I am been trying my hardest. People thought those were hate videos that I was creating. Yo, what's up, Goku5462, man? What's up? Those people swore I was creating hate videos, and I was just like, no, these are tightening up videos. A lot of people were going, man, what's the big deal? Lighten up. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, man, we don't lighten up around here. We tighten up. Those were tighten up videos. We was just tightening up some loose screws. Things were getting loose over there at Square Enix. Hopefully that we can get things back in order, man, because I'm trying to tell you, Square Enix was one of my favorites, if not my favorite company, developer of video games, man. They are doing a phenomenal job when it comes to a lot of their games. The Saga franchise, the Dragon Quest series, um, um, uh, uh, um, their tacticals. The only thing I don't like is basically it's an action RPG though. It's a fake. Hold on real quick, guys. I want to open up my kombucha here. Here's another good Costco's grab. Doctor Brews. You can get these anywhere. You get your Dr. Brews, man. Your kombuchas. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink anything but water and kombuchas. You know what I mean? I played FS7 Rebirth this year. Gameplay was mid. Dialogue was crazy. It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. Excuse me. It's horrible. It's a disaster. I told people it was a disaster, and everybody came at me, yo. Everybody came at me and my homies, Wisdoms, Zome. They weren't there, yo. They let me get beat up. They let me get jumped. Final Fantasy Remake is turn based. It's lit. I don't know. That's what the rumors are saying, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what it's going to be. From what the rumors are saying, it's going to be turn based. I still remember seeing a bunch of people saying FF7 was a turn based because of hardware limitations. But I asked them if they heard of Brave Prince of Musashi, and they all couldn't answer the question. A lot of people that's gassing up Final Fantasy VII and bashing the old one never played Final Fantasy VII. Like, yo, that Final Fantasy VII was a flop, bro. You got to understand how much of a major flop that was. 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. That's abysmal. That's abysmal. Final Fantasy VII, before the remake, was a global icon, man. It was one of the most iconic games of all time, bro. I remember when it got announced, and people and the IGN staff and everybody was sitting around giving each other high fives. And what we got was disappointing. It was a mess. It was wrong. I wasn't just hating to be hating. I was hating because I was like, "What the frick is this? What type of alternate timeline did we enter where this is acceptable?" Yo, crazy man, what's up? Yeah, Animal Crossing, Detroit, Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, and that was a watered down Animal Crossing too. Excuse me. What happened to Final Fantasy should have never happened, and I'm talking about in the aspects of sales. Square Enix, a lot of Sony fanboys are upset because sales didn't meet standards. That comment really bit them in the butt. But I'm trying to tell you, it did. That did not meet standards. They were really planning on putting out 3 to 4 installments of this game. That, you know, there was a part one, part two, part three, and they were planning on milking this franchise, man. But it totally turned around and blew them up in their face. It was a total turnaround, bro. It was a disaster. How you gonna come up in there with that action based RPG? That's crazy, bro. What is this? What is this? And with no RPG elements, you're just coming in and swinging your Buster Sword around. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That was embarrassing. If I was Square Enix, I'd be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for them. My first video on my channel. Go to my first video right now. It's Final Fantasy VII. Go to my first video on my channel. My first video on my channel 16 years ago is Final Fantasy VII. Go to my first video on this channel. Go to my first video on this channel. It's Final Fantasy VII. And then people that never even played Final Fantasy VII was going to tell me I was wrong about Final Fantasy VII remake before it even came out. Before the game came out, everybody was telling me I was wrong. And my first video was Final Fantasy VII. What's this? Notification warning. You have restricted our community guidelines in live in 1 minute or you'll be banned for 10 days. See? Here we go. You see? Hey, Brenda Herrera. Welcome, Brenda. You're the real six guy, not me. See, now YouTube's talking to YouTube. Every time I do a Final Fantasy VII, ever since the Final Fantasy VII video when I bashed them, now they're coming in and try. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's what got me in trouble. Was because I exposed Final Fantasy. The current guy that made Final Fantasy is a hack. Yeah, I think he made Kingdom Hearts, didn't he? Is that a real notification? Yeah. I told you guys these people were watching my channel. I told you these people know who I am. They know my what I say is the truth. Last stream we just got hacked. Go back and watch the last stream. We got hacked midstream. Yeah, we will be silenced no more. Yeah. I told y'all. I should be up in there in the Pootie Pie levels. I should be up there on the whatchamacallit levels. What's his name? Speedy and Kai Cenat levels. But they purposely, these racist ass Google and YouTube banned me, bro. For telling the truth. It's not cap, it's the truth. Yo, I swear to God. Yeah, right there. The Argonaut says right there. I swear to God, go back to the last video. They started tampering with my stream midstream. They started entering my stream. I'm laughing, but I'm telling the dead truth. I'm laughing, but I'm being serious. They entered my stream midstream. There was a face. There was some type of random. I swear. But yo, excuse me, guys. But yeah, Square Enix says, yo, we're getting back to the turn base. No, I drink kombuchas. This is a brew doctor kombucha. I didn't even know there was alcohol in these things. My girl, she was like, yo, there's alcohol in those things. I was like, oh, snap. The hell? For a few of the main guys from where back in the day don't work there no more. And you can clearly see the difference in their games from back then until today. Mm-hmm. Tetsuya Memorial, I think he did the remake. He's horrible. I've been calling him out for years. I've been calling all those cats out for years, bro. You should drink coffee, I know, but I just don't want to get addicted to that. The kombucha's not. There's a lot of sugar, but it's a probiotic. So the probiotic helps with the sugar and all that. No, they don't get you lit. I don't think. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, it's a good probiotic. Rareware? You talking about something else? Did they work on Final Fantasy? I know the original workers on Final Fantasy that made Final Fantasy amazing was Sakaguchi, the director, and the Monolith Soft team. The Monolith Soft team has been working on uh, um, on those Final Fantasy games as well. And ever since they left and went to Namco Bandai, that's when it really started to go downhill. Honestly, everybody says that the last good Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy X. That's the last good one. You know what I mean? But Sakaguchi, I believe he did not work on that one at all. I believe he gave some input here and there, but he did not work on that one. But it was the last good one because it was a phenomenal turn-based RPG. And ever since they got away from the turn-based, it's just been a disaster. It's either it was a miss for a lot of them. 12 did not. 12, I like 12, but still no. 13 was a complete disaster. 16, the 7 remakes. This is good news, man. It's sad that they had to go all the way around what I was saying. Some guy that grew up in Plainfield, New Jersey, who is just a fan of video games, who loves his RPGs, JRPGs, and turn-based JRPGs. It's sad that a GED education, uh, you know, it's sad that me, I knew 10 years ago, 16 years ago, that this was the way to go. This has always been the way to go. It's that, and these people don't know that. They really thought that totally desecrating the Final Fantasy franchise, making it action, and trying to appeal to an Aspergian fan base was really the way to go. This is all true. I wish I could had something to staple this article up on the screen, but I can't. Lost Odyssey and Express Odyssey was the last good Final Fantasy game. Well, it's not a Final Fantasy game, but I hear what you're saying. But that was directed by Sakaguchi. Death Stranding 2 coming out this week. I have no idea what that is. What is that? Strange how Square kept Dragon Quest turn-based, but not Final Fantasy. Now, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. I saw some reports. I don't know if they're going to get off of that, but I heard that the next Dragon Quest game is going to be completely different. That's what I heard. Oh, and the game that I was talking about that was a turn-based RPG that I do not like, but it's still an action RPG. It's really an action RPG because of that stupid break system. I don't know why Square Enix continues to keep using that break system, but it really grinds my goddamn gears. I hate that break system. Ever since Final Fantasy 13, I hate it. I hate it. It's where you beat down on the enemy and you got to get the little bar down. And as soon as you get the bar down, the guard is broken. And then you can come in and do like 67 different combos. And you'd be like, oh, come on, man, just leave, oh God, and the combo's going on, and and it's like they'd be like, yeah, they talk about the combat is trash, but look at this, and then they show, and you're like, what the freak? This is stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You know what I mean? I hate that, man. I hate that break system so much, and that's in the Bravery default and uh, Octopath Travelers. I do not like that turn-based break system. You got to hit the weak spots first, then you get the break, and then you come in. Ugh, I don't like that. Ugh. Yeah, Final Fantasy 13 was cosplay bait. It was just a way for cosplayers to express themselves. I remember cosplaying was coming real big at that time, and I remember when I was bashing Final Fantasy 13, a lot of the cosplay community was getting at me. All types of girls. It was a bunch of Asian girls making videos like, "Man, you don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, I mean, it was a little Asian girl was getting at me. You don't know what you're talking. She's dressed up as Lightning at the time. You don't know what you're talking about. Final Fantasy 13 is amazing. Game is trash, man. Yeah, the stagger system. I hate that. Nino Kuni, I love that game. Yeah, we're not talking about when it comes to the turn base. Square Enix just went too far. You know what I mean? There is a time and or place for your action games, your action RPGs. You know what I mean? There are times and places for that. Your own separate little franchise. If you want to go make Final Fantasy 16, go make that as a spin-off series. Final Fantasy, the Crystal, the Crystalloids. You know what I mean? The Crystalloids. Go make the Crystalloid Final Fantasy. Go make a little spin-off thing. Yeah, go make a near game. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, but the slap on Final Fantasy and give it the numbered installment, that's embarrassing. And then put all that money and resources into it, that's embarrassing. That's bull crap. That was bull crap. That didn't make no damn sense. You should play Street. Oh no, hell no, hell no, hell no. People demanded Final Fantasy remake before stupid modded audience was around. Yeah. Triforce. I was one of them. I remember, I remember asking for the Final Fantasy remake back in the PS2 days. There was a rumor, and I was like, "Whoa, Final Fantasy! They remaking Final Fantasy 7?" And in my mind, I thought it was going to be like something different. You know what I mean? And then they did a PlayStation 3 thing where it was like a PlayStation 3 tech demo when it was showing what Final Fantasy would look like on let me get that for you guys, on the PlayStation 3. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, wow." You know what I mean? But I thought we were going to be getting the same combat system. That's what I was looking forward to the most. Hold on. Ah, got one hand here. Yeah, I remember this a long time ago, and I was like, I was talking to my cousin about it, and I was saying how you were able to see the redding in the eyes of Cloud. I was like, "Yo, that was lit." Hold on, guys. This stupid thing. I wish there was a way that I can do it. Some type of Final Fantasy remake. That was so bad. What the hell were they thinking? What were they thinking? I know they learned their lesson now. I know I know they learned their lesson now. Ah, god dang. My bad, y'all. I got this thing. Hold on, I gotta show y'all because a lot of y'all weren't there. Okay, here it is. Watch this, guys. Grease Lightning says he loved the remake. You're a liar. Yeah, I remember this. Wait, what year was that? How many? That was 14 years ago. Wait, was it? I saw this. That was 14 years ago. So, Triforce is correct. I thought it was longer than that. Yeah, it had to be longer than 14 years. Because I don't think I wasn't doing YouTube. Yeah, I remember this. This was the first thing. This was the tech demo for the PlayStation 3 graphics. This is far better than what we got. Even these cutscenes are far better. This is older than 14 years. It was a tech demo for PS3, yeah. I remember this. This is far better than what we got with the remake. This is far better. Yeah. This is far better. See? All right, hold on. Pause. See, I was fascinated with the detail within the eyes. I was like, dang, this motherfucker got the red in the eyes, the little indentations in between the eyeballs. I don't know what you call that, but those little eye sockets, sockets. I was like, yo, what the freak? This guy's eyes are intense. This is way better than the remake we got. This is way better than the remake we got. Graphically, this is way better. You see what I'm saying? Because look at this. Look at the detail in the metal. You know what I mean? Even the metal is detailed, you know? This is far better. It's skipping too fast. This is way better than the remake, guys. 19 years ago? Yeah. No, hold on, dang. It's going too fast. I can't skip it. That's so much better. This is so much better. Now, let's see the remake opening. It's got more soul, yeah. Look at it. Now, this is the remake. Look how, oh my God. Oh God, I'm about to throw up. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? What? Come on, it's too shiny. What's the shininess about, man? What the hell, man? Why the hell is this damn thing so shiny? Like a goddamn Brillo pad. Oh God. And wait, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is something different. The old one looks better. The PSX one looks better than what we got. Oh God, they ruined it. They ruined it. They soiled it. Hold on. Final Fantasy remake demo tech demo 2000. Yeah, 2005. All right, here we go. This looks way better. Look at this. Look at the soul. Look at the soul in these characters, man. Oh my God, this is so much better. I would have loved to play this game, man. It would have been turn-based. And it's keeping the original style as well. The remake is so good. Yeah. Come on, man. Where's the comparison? Whoever made this is a genius. So much better. I feel like I'm really swooping in, right? The train looks so detailed. Look at the detail within that train. Sit. I love this so much better. Look at this. This would have been a better game. This would have been an all-around better game. Okay, here's the remake. Oh God, I want to need another swig of the kombucha. Oof, my stomach's a little upset right now. What is this garbage? Why are these? Oh God, this is trash. What is this? Why does the train look fake? Da-da. Ugh. Why is the train coming in so fast? Damn it. Boo. Boo, you suck. This sucks. The original, this one is better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look. You can't say that I'm tripping, bro. Look, you can actually see the character. You can't even see the characters. Look at this. Look at the characters. You can't see them. you know the devs got laid off. Look. Oh, whoa. Oh, come on, guys, look. You can actually see the color and the detail. Oh, it looks. Oh my God. What is that? What color is that? Green? Look at the color. What is that? Guys, come on. This is gross. Wow, look how bad that is, bro. You can't even see cloud because of all the green. Here you can see the color. You can see the freckles and the detail and the indentations a lot better. Is Cloud sick? Is he okay? Oh God, this is your king? Okay, all right. Oh God. Yeah, the original's so much better. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. The PlayStation 3 one is way better. Crisis Core, yeah. Mm-hmm. Crisis Core on the PSP looks beautiful. Yeah, but I didn't like that game. I did not like that game. I'm not mad at the game like I am with the remake, but I did not like it. Wow. Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you let. That scared me. This is what happens when you let the movie industry influence your video game graphics. Oh, did y'all see that green? Yeah. You must be. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go. I'm trolling. Are we still going to use this? It's been 16 years now. Square Enix literally just came out and said, we effed up. Square Enix literally did that. And I'm still trolling. Square Enix said that they're going to get back to making turn-based Final Fantasy games. And I'm still trolling? I need to swig into the kombucha, man, because my stomach is upset. Mm. Mm. Uh. Mm. You know what I mean? Wait, hold on. Grease Lighting, weren't you the one that's in here hyping up the Persona 4 remake? Okay, all right. Well, at least Square Enix is finally coming around. It sounds like, yeah. Um, it took them a while, which is sad because a lot of these companies, especially Sony and Square Enix, Sony and Square Enix have been like my main targets on this channel over the years. And I've been telling Sony and I've been telling Square Enix, I wasn't even talking to the fanboys, but the fanboys felt like they needed to jump in like Piccolo and block the death beam that was coming after Gohan. Like, so they got a piece of the shrapnel. But it was like, I was giving Sony and Square Enix over the years the blueprint on how to be successful, right? They ignored me. As a matter of fact, they did everything within their power to do opposite of what I was telling them. And now they're both in a horrible position right now. Both of them. Sony has absolutely zero games. They have nothing. They have nothing to offer. You buy that $600 to $700 console, there's nothing on there to play. They got rid of Japan Studios because of me. If they kept Japan Studios, they would have had, just like over the years when you're waiting for that stupid PlayStation banger to drop, you would have been getting access to some of the best Japanese game experiences. Japan Studios is one of the best developers out there. I like them better than Nintendo because they were coming up with just crazy ideas for games, man. They were coming out with brand new IPs, man. Wow. $700 to play remasters and indies. Yeah. But I was warning them. I said, hey, man, you really don't need to spend $10 billion to give us face freckles in a Horizon game that we do not want. We didn't want Horizon. I don't know why Horizon became a game that they thought that we needed. Well, we didn't need that. We didn't want them to change up God of War. Yeah, you can pay the gaming media to give you nines and tens to parade around on social media. But at the end of the day, it's not what we want. I know what the PlayStation audience wants. I was there at PlayStation's peak when it was coming out with the best games. I was there. PlayStation 1. California liberals are to blame. I mean, they are a part of it. But PlayStation has been going downhill since PlayStation 2. I've had my gripes with PlayStation going all the way back to the PlayStation 2 because I thought the second Dreamcast was just a far superior console. And the gaming media and PlayStation was telling me that I needed to get a PS2 because you got to play Madden. Yeah, I've had a bee in my bonnet with PlayStation for a very long time, way before YouTube and way before they moved to California. I didn't like the PlayStation 2 as much as you guys liked it. Madden and Def Jam Fight for New York and NBA Live, NBA Streets Volume 2 and Grand Theft Auto. That was trash. That was garbage. Metal Gear Solid 2 was trash. I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 3 because of how bad Metal Gear Solid 2 was. And still haven't played it till this day. I don't care. I don't want to play that. I think it's stupid. Dreamcast died because of the previous consoles weren't doing well. The Sega Saturn and things of that such. The 3DO and the Dreamcast just kind of came and at at a time where everybody was just ready for the PlayStation 2, you know? Metal Gear Solid 2 wasn't as good as 1. No, I thought when 1 was, at the time, I was like, oh my God, Metal Gear Solid 1 was phenomenal. But after I played 2, I was like, oh God, I'm never playing this again. And ever since then, I've never touched a Metal Gear game. Oh no, Metal Gear Acid for the PSP. Metal Gear Acid 2 for the PSP is phenomenal. That was good. I like that. Yeah, Dreamcast was. It came right before the PS2 was coming out, and the gaming media was just like, they were literally coming out with articles saying, "Don't buy the Dreamcast. PlayStation is coming out." And Dreamcast was, wow. But yeah, we're back. Square Enix is back. We finally got Final Fantasy on board on the Zobi 70 was right train. Once again, I'm right. I wanted a Dreamcast, but once I seen the Dragon Ball Z Budokai commercials, there was nothing stopping me from getting my hands to play that. Yeah, um, PlayStation 2 got a lot of those Dragon Ball anime games. I think Dreamcast only had sort of Berserk anime game that I could think of right now. That game was violent. There was blood everywhere. I did not like Dragon Ball games coming out because I thought there were just better fighters out there. I was like, why the hell would I want to play this? As much of a Dragon Ball fan I was, I just had Dragon Ball in a place of, hey, okay, there's the anime. That's Dragon Ball. I'm gonna watch the anime. I never wanted to get the Dragon Ball experience through a video game, you know? What's the best anime fighting game that captures the anime and the video game at the same time? The video game was able to capture the anime. Ugh, excuse me. There's two um, where I played and I said, man, this feels like the anime. You know what I mean? What would you guys say? Best fighting is John Gobani. Best fighter? You talking about MMA? The analog sticks? Yeah, man. I did not like an anime game when it came to the fighting. Mm-mm. I thought it was so stupid because I was playing games. I was playing real fighting games like Street Fighter. I was a huge Street Fighter fanatic. Oh my god! Naruto was great too. What would you guys consider the best anime fighting games that capture the anime within the video game? I know we're going off subject, but I just want to see if you guys are using your thinking caps. For me, it was two, but you guys can give me one. Street Fighter Alpha 3, yeah, whew, that was fun, man. But Street Fighter Alpha on the Dreamcast was amazing. But Street Fighter Alpha on the PlayStation 1 was great too. The Mega Man Battle Networks games have me the anime feel. Mega Man Battle Network. DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 2 2 and 3. No, I think the Budokai games are highly rated, but I don't think it captured the anime. Not as much as I think that this one game did. It's the same combat system. but it didn't. I don't think it was very popular. Ultimate Muscle was an underrated game back in the day. Kinuki Man PS2. I thought it was Naruto Storm 1 for the PlayStation 3. Has anybody ever played Naruto Storm 1? That was a game where I was like, man, if this has online multiplayer, this game would be lit. And then they created Naruto Storm 2. Naruto Storm 1 was like, was very, it, it did a really good job of connecting the game with the anime. And Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, I think it's called Burst Limit for the PlayStation 3. I think it was on 360 as well, but I got it for PlayStation 3. And it stopped at the Cell Saga, I believe. Those were two great anime games that I played. Yeah, Burst Limit was like same combat system, but it just I don't know, it just felt like Dragon Ball to me. And I always quote this saying from Yancha from that game. He'd be like, "I can handle these guys all by myself." When he was fighting the Cybermen. Yeah, man. Anyway, we're back, man. Mm, I was right. I was right the whole time, man. I knew I was right too. I knew I was right. I knew it. Knew it. Burning attack. Square better prove it first, then we're back. Yeah, that's true. But I think they're ready. Like somebody said earlier, their turn-based games are doing extremely well. The ones that are failing are the action games. There is a time and or place for your action RPGs. Don't get it twisted. It just not Final Fantasy. I don't even think Kingdom Hearts should have been an action game. Kingdom Hearts would have been so much of a better game if it was turn-based. Not only that, it would have appealed to a more broader audience. In my opinion, if you're making a video game, I don't think you should create a video game to cater to a more broader audience. I think you should come in when you come in with a video game, man. You should really take your ideas that you like, there's something in your brain in your mind that you feel like you need to add it to these games. I think that's something that should be done. I really do not to believe in the whole aspect of, you know, we gotta we gotta do what this game is doing and that game is doing and this game is doing. The Final Fantasy VII remake was doing the whole episodic thing because at the time, remember those Telltale games, the what was they called? The Walking Dead games. Those were popular at that time. I really think you should focus on creating whatever's in your mind, but the Most High is telling you this is what you need to put and create. This is what you're supposed to do. Except for sitting in a room with a bunch of suits and making a checklist of what you're supposed to do. Because I believe that when it comes to video games, it's not about catering to a broader audience. It's about word of mouth. Positive word of mouth has always been gaming. Ever since I was a little kid, whatever game that I bought, it was always because it was positive word of mouth. Not because, Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Does it have this in the game? Does it have that in the game? That comes from a person who is older. You know what I mean? Like me. But if you're trying to appeal to a more broader audience and a younger audience, they don't they don't care. As long as it's cool and everybody else is doing it, that's what they're going to do. And that's with every generation. Play Ever Crisis Zombie? I don't have no idea what that is. Games made in the lab committee and focus group. Yeah, that's what Square Enix has been doing these last 16 years, and oh my god, what a disaster. Oh my god, I forgot about Final Fantasy 15 is so bad. I forgot about that game. Final Fantasy 15 is so bad. I forgot about that game. I forgot that game even existed. I just think of 13, 16 is 7 remake. That's all. I forgot about 15. Remember Final Fantasy 15? What the freak was that? What was that? Does anybody remember that? Chat room. Chat room. Do you remember Final Fantasy 15? I remember I was playing that game on stream. It was so bad. I literally just put the controller down and turned it off and never came back. That's all I remember about Final Fantasy 15 is that I was running with the guys and they were running and there was a car and I jumped on top of the car and I was just like, what the hell am I doing? I put the controller on the floor, turned up the console, ended the stream. Remember that? I dropped 15 in the first. Yo, 15 was nothing but a trend. It will not stand the test of. 15 was so bad they resorted to putting in Assassin's Creed DLC in it. That was another game that they were telling me I was wrong about. Oh, you're just a nostalgia. You're just a turn based. You're just a nostalgia. You're just stuck in the back. It works. You can say all that, but it works. It's what people want. They're literally going to Square Enix investor meetings and going, yo, we want turn based RPGs. It works. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Only Conan O'Brien. I was honest. I was honest, but I feel what you're saying, though. To me, FF15 was lifeless and soulless. Yeah, I forgot about that game. That's sad. That's sad that I forgot because it's a numbered based game. And I literally was thinking 13, and I knew there was some MMOs there. So I was like, okay, there's a couple of MMOs. And then I jumped directly to 16. Oh my God. Remember when a lot of y'all talking about 15 was trash, but I could have sworn I saw y'all hyping it up. I didn't buy it. I never bought 15. I never bought 15. Excuse me. I never bought 15. My boy Jabari. I was bashing the game because it was going to be an action game, and my boy Jabari he got it for me. He was like, "Yo, Zobi, it's lit. Here you go. Boom." He threw down a stack for it. Said, "Here, got it for me on the digital side of the game." Sadly, it was trash. It was trash. People hated 16 and they back pedaling saying 15 is better. Oh, come on, stop. No. If 15 is better than 16, then 16 is bad. 16. If 15 is better than a 16, I be getting mad. Sometimes I purposely just be looking at stuff just to get mad. You know what I mean? Just to boost just to get the fire in Zombie 70 going. Sometimes I gotta look and read some stuff. I got like sometimes videos of like LeBron James will pop up. You know what I mean? And I'll go in there and just read the comment section. I just read all the glazing that goes on. I'd be like, man, this is glazing. Like, this dude is LeBron James is trash. You know what I mean? And they be in there glazing. You know what I mean? Yo, I swear, yo, LeBron is the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? And they start bashing other players to make him seem better. And I'd be like, oh God. Or I'll go in a comment section and read some Final Fantasy 15 comments. And, they glaze it. They go like, yo, at the end of the day, this game was really groundbreaking. And you know what I'm saying? Looking for. They just won't take the L. That's the thing about these action Final Fantasy fans. They don't support the game. They just refuse to take the goddamn L. Yeah. They be in there talking crazy. You know what's game that grinds my gears? Like, from time to time, I go on Twitch and I watch people streaming games. And, like, somebody will play near automata, right? And, like, the person will literally hit the start button. The game starts up. And then all of a sudden, people come in like, yo, oh my God, this is my greatest game of all time. I love this game, right? And then the dude is like literally running around. The girl is literally running around in a barren wasteland fighting robots. The game looks stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like the character's literally on screen and it turns into a shmup. It's like all these bullets are flying and people be like, yo, this is my game. Oh my God. And I'd be like, I'm trying to find the fun. I'm like, where is it? Like, what do they see that I'm not seeing? I'm trying to get it. I'm just like getting the Holy Ghost. I get mad when people catch the Holy Ghost at church. You know what I mean? The Holy Ghost literally skips me and it hits the old lady with the wig on behind me, and she's like, "Oh, oh!" And I caught the Holy Ghost, right? And I'm like, "Damn, what the frick? How come I can't catch the Holy Ghost up in here, yo?" That's how it be with y'all when it comes to these action-based I don't even want to call them JRPGs. It was so bad at Square Enix. This popped in my head. Guys, remember Square Enix was trying to get away from the term JRPG? Remember? Remember they were like, we don't want to call them JRPGs anymore? That was to cater to the West. Anyway, yo, it was like catching the Holy Ghost. I'd never caught it. So I'm watching the Near Automata thing, and I'm reading the comments come in, and they're glazing the game, and they're glazing the guy that's playing the game, and the guy that's playing the game is looking like this. Yo, yeah, and he's got to lie to keep these people with watching him. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that. He's got to lie to keep people to watch. This is so dope, man. This is so interesting, man. Yeah, man. Oh my God, this is so cool, right? And he's just like this. All right, yo, man, yo, it's getting late, man. I gotta get. He's only been on for 30 minutes. All right, guys, whew, wow, good stream, guys, good stream. I got it. I'm like, where's all the good? I'm not. Nier Automata is one game that just doesn't click with me. But everybody just goes, oh, they start jerking their penars as soon as the game comes on. Yo, he's literally lying. I don't like people lying, you know what I mean? What I do is come in and break up all the glazing. I'm like, man, this game is boring as hell. You know what I mean? And he'd be like this. He'd be like, all right, yo, 30 minutes. I got to go, man. Yo, good stream. Good stream. Yo, you said it's going to be a 24-hour stream. Oh, man. Did I say that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said that before 13 was about to come out, right? Uh, well, hold on. 13. I know. I know all those Final Fantasy games before they came out. I got a lot of heat because I said it was going to be trash. Now with 13, I didn't say it was going to be trash because I didn't know. Um, in back of my mind, Zobi 70 said this is going to be garbage because we didn't really get a lot of. We didn't even get like a lot of information on the game. They didn't really show the combat system or anything. We got like images of how nice the graphics look. You know what I'm saying? We saw Zaz with the chocobo popping up out of his hair. We saw Vanille and lightning and snow. And we really didn't see any gameplay. Not until we bought the game and it was like, oh my God, you know? Not until we bought the game is when we actually saw Final Fantasy 13 for the first time. And we were literally just walking straight. I'm not even lying. You can Google the maps of Final Fantasy 13. It's literally a straight line. No glaze. I swear to no cap. Bro, it was like, whoa, what? They removed the stores? You know what I mean? Oh my God. I mean, it's not a big deal. Come on. That's one of the worst comments to ever come to gaming. Oh my God, it's not even a big deal. I mean, come on, get over it. That is one of the worst statements to ever play gaming. Oh my God, come on, it's not even a big deal. I hate that. I hate when people say that. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. I used to love playing the JRPG, man, and the immersion. You would come into a town. There were shops, right? There was a hotel. It really brought you into this world. Oh man, I used to love that type of stuff when they put it in JRPGs, man. Come in, hit the town. You're like, oh snap, this town look lit. You go, especially Nino Kuni. Nino Kuni towns look nice, and you got little quests that you can do to help people around the town. Hey man, I'm looking for 3 cats. Looking for my cats, right? Hey, I'm looking for this. Hey, can you go out and kill 3 goblins and come back and bring them? You didn't have none of that in Final Fantasy 13. They were like, just walk down this straight line and we'll give you a cutscene. Now, Final Fantasy X did it too. You know what I'm saying? But at least we still had the towns and the shopkeeps and the hotels and things of that stuff. But 13 was bad. 13 was bad. Ooh, that was bad. Glazing, yeah. You said Square stopped saying the term JRPG before 13 came out. Oh, no, no, no. That was 16. 16. They they wanted to get rid of the term JRPG. And the Caucasian liberals were coming on and saying, yeah, calling it JRPG is racist. uh Square Enix, dang, I remember. I don't think I did a video. I think I might have did something on it, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did. I put in Square Enix, my face popped up. Sorry, guys. I'm on my television. I remember they wanted to get rid of JRPG because of when Final Fantasy 16 was coming out. R E G. We've been calling it JRPGs for over 40 years. And now, oh my, does Square Enix hate the term JRPG?
Hey guys, it's actually
Square Enix
Vinay.
hit the term
This
JRPG.
video
My
is going to be
Square Enix listens to gamers have declared. Oh no, this guy he just did what I was talking about. Should we stop calling JRPGs? Who the heck is this? What is this? Is that a dude? Is the term JRPG racist? I remember they were trying to get rid of that term.
So with the impending failure of Final Fantasy 16 on the horizon, I think it's about time we that circus building up the
Who's
Final
this
Fantasy
guy?
16. Something that I think a lot of people have completely forgotten about. Something
Look
that
at
was
those
really
views.
weird, something that was out of place, something that I
Square
think
Enix got connected with Sweet Baby Inc. to ban us from talking about their games, because we really don't say RPG JRPG.
what's going on,
Yeah,
guys?
I remember that. Ooh man, it was me that did that, because I was the only one saying people don't buy Final Fantasy VII remake. Man, that game is garbage. And that video got over like a million views, over thousands, millions of comments. And like that was the first video and the only video where people came back and said, you were right. I never get those comments, yo. I've never had anybody come up in this motherfucker and say, yo, you were right. Even today, you know what I mean? Square Enix is coming out and saying I'm right. And nobody came in and said, yo, Zoba, you were right the whole time, man. Nobody does that, man. And that was the only video. And that's what got me in trouble, is that people were like, yo, you were right, yo. I just looked this up and saw Doctor Disaster.
This is in Toronto.
Yeah,
They look,
yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. We were right, yo. We were right. What's going on over there at Xbox? I know that's something that we say all the time, but no, seriously, I'm confused. What's going on over there at Xbox? I'm really confused. There is some type of Cerebon. Hold on. Guys, help me out. I'm glad I got your attention. Do I have your attention now? Hold on, guys. I need you guys more than ever right now. This was intended to be a let's I told you so video, but what is this? Hold on. Guys, I have no idea what this is. I'm not trolling. I'm never trolling. But listen, I'm being serious. What is this? Hold on. Hold on. Is this it? Hold on, guys, help me out. Hold on. What is this? What is this, guys? Hold on. Help me. Hold on. I might have been born last night, but I wasn't born that night.
Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want.
Okay.
That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices,
Hold
including
on.
our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Okay. I deliberately didn't speak because I'm Sorry, I hit the mute button. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Can you hear me now? It wasn't me. They're hacking me. First, I'm getting warning notifications, warning, be quiet before we. The last video I got hacked. Now they're altering my audio. And it's every time I'm talking about Xbox, this happens. See, are you guys sure it's a conspiracy? I'm just some type of conspiracy weirdo. Zobi, you don't know what you're talking about, man. And then my video literally automatic. I don't even know how I can even press the mute button. That's what's crazy. But listen, I watched that trailer 5 times. And when the Xbox guys, when they saw it, they were like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I was just like, wait, what happened? Was there some games that were announced? I literally watched it 5 times to see if there was a new game announced. You know what I mean? I was like this. All I saw was a bunch of quick zooms and cutouts and zoom ins on Sarah Bond's face. And I'm just like, what's going on? Does anybody, you're on American soil. I really don't have no. I don't know why my channel is the channel they're most scared of. I don't know why they're gonna come in and hack me, mute me, send me warnings. You know what I mean? Notification warnings. Why is my channel being tampered with? Why? Shadow banning. Nobody's getting any notifications that I'm live. But listen, what, are there any Xbox guys in the chat? Can you please explain to me what were we excited about when Sarah Bond, Xbox AMD powering the next generation of X? What is that? Sorry, see, everybody's all flustered now because I'm showing proof that they're tampering with my channel. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, multiple stores on one platform. Multiple stores on one platform. What does that mean? What do you mean? No, I'm seriously. I don't know anything. I'm not trolling. I'm not goofing. I'm not glazing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not hating. I'm dead serious. I have no idea what the hell that announcement was. And the Xbox guys were on Twitter cheering and rejoicing and quote tweeting and hating on Tim Dog. I was just like, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? Like they did a podcast celebrating and hugging, and I was like, where's the games? Like what game was announced for all of this? There was nothing to be excited about. They just pretty much telling us what we already know. Steam and Xbox Store possibilities. Xbox 2020, the only Xbox guy I know, he was crying that Gears of War was going to be on PS5. Xbox and PlayStation both been using AMD hardware since PS4. They're basically just telling us they renewed their contracts for hardware. They're making Xbox even more worthless. Yeah, I'm so confused when it comes to this Xbox thing. I'm not even sure if this is even gaming anymore. The definition of what gaming used to be has drastically changed in the last, I want to say, 8 years. In 8 years. No, how long has the Nintendo Switch been out? We'll just say 10 years. In the last 10 years, man, what gaming was supposed to be has drastically changed. They got Sarah Bond looking crazy talking about you can play your games everywhere. I'm like, is that the future? Is that the future of gaming? Xbox has been a failure for the last 10 years. Listen, I'm not trying to beat up on Xbox. I'm literally confused. But seriously, is that the future of Xbox? Or excuse me, is that the future of gaming? Was that what you guys wanted with video games? That you wanted to play all your games on any device, anywhere? Has that ever been anybody's dream? When you were growing up as a little kid, playing your Game Boy Advance, playing your Game Cubes, playing your PlayStation 2s, did you say, man, wow, you know how awesome it would be if I can play this game somewhere else? I don't play video games on my cell phone. I hate it. I think it's stupid. I don't even know people that play games on their cell phone. Xbox 360 was last good console. That was never your dream, man. Hell no. So when did this become a thing? Because Microsoft said this is what we want to do. I'm confused. When I saw that trailer, when I saw Sarah Bond come out, I was so confused because I was just like, man, they were acting like a new Nintendo Direct that just got announced. You know what I mean? They were acting like something where they were going to be announcing games. I was like, what? What is this? I'm so confused. When it comes to Microsoft, I am incredibly confused. And I don't think they're doing anything that's going to make video games better. And the idea of me playing my video games on multiple platforms just sound like DRM. Sounds like I won't be able to get access to owning my games. They're getting all the NPCs ready for the own nothing and like it future. Yeah, yeah. I also saw that they were about to fire thousands of employees over there at Microsoft. More layoffs. Wow. Meanwhile, the big wigs are getting pay raises. Honestly, I don't think you need thousands of employees, to be honest with you. If you're, especially if you're making video games, I don't understand that model of having so many employees working on a game. I guess it's for cheaper costs because not only video games, but a lot of their Marvel movies. You look at the end of the end credit screen, and it's like so many names being shown. Maybe it's to cut costs, and now with them going into AI, um, they found a way to get rid of those jobs for what AI is going to be able to do. Sorry, I'm just I'm seriously confused. That's the thing I like about Zombie 70, man. If I don't know what it is, I will ask a question, and I'm still confused. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is Microsoft doing. Um, they got a plan, but I'm so confused.
Well, it is hard to imagine that things.
Is it because that they spent so much money acquiring studios, and there was no benefit out of it that they have to? Ooh, there was no benefit in acquiring all those damn studios. There was no benefit at all. That was a bust. That was a bust. Ooh boy, Microsoft. Mm, mm, mm. Is there a JRPG you want remastered? Man, so many of them have been remastered. Um, but they've all been messed up. I think every single one of them, they've alternated. They edited uh, text. They took in words out for a more modern audience. They edited costumes, and they've edited voice actors. They've edited cuts things out. These, oh my god, I don't know if they can remaster Xenogears, because they're gonna have to cut out at least 90% of the game, because they talk about things in there that goes against liberal beliefs. You know what I mean? They're talking about reincarnation and alternate timelines, and God, and they probably were never going to remaster that game. But they made Xenogear action figures, so anything is possible. Yeah, so I would much prefer ports than just give me a clean port over, because they're talking about with each one of these remasters and remakes, they're taking things out, and even Square Enix doesn't even like that. With the Dragon Quest III, he was like so mad. He was like, "Oh my god, I just can't believe the West has this much power to come in and change our beliefs, and change our philosophies, and come in and change our art." And it's that really bothered him. I could tell by looking at his face. He was just like, but the West is are those vampires and sinners, man. We should have never let them in. We should have never let these motherfuckers in. A modern audience, it means just the corporations, BlackRock, Sweet Baby Inc., LBGT, these Hitler-esque um, corporations. And I shouldn't even say Hitler. Demonic, you know. Nintendo blocked BlackRock from buying more stock in their company. Is gaming going mainstream the worst thing for gaming? Of course, anything going mainstream. I remember when nerd culture was lit before mainstream, man. Nerd culture was amazing, yo. Remember, like, watching cartoons, and watching anime, and watching wrestling, and doing everything nerdy was just like, it was so fun. And then when all of a sudden, when the jocks and everything started to walk around with the Batman T-shirts and the Spider-Man, and you started to see like women walking around, with the Spider-Man stuff, man. Remember back in the day, man, if you had like a Spider-Man pencil, you got clowned. You know what I mean? You had a pencil, you writing and shit. Yo, is that a Spider-Man pencil? What's going on with this guy, man? I liked it better when everybody was into black culture. That was better. When everybody was into that the black culture, remember that? White women were wearing, remember? Black guys were talking about G unit. It's still there. But I remember when the black culture dominated before everybody turned into a weeb. You know what I mean? Everybody's a big weeb weirdo going over to Japan, ruining the Japanese experience. I'm watching these Japan walking videos. There's white guys walking around. I'm like, oh, there's more white guys walking around than Japanese guys. I remember when nerd culture was cool. It was fun, man. Yeah. Remember having a Spider-Man pencil? You got clowned. I remember back then there was no way in hell you can express you like nerdy stuff, you know? The girls would bag on you, the dudes was bagging on you. I remember back in the day, I didn't give a damn. That was the thing about me, man, is that I didn't give a damn. I used to be up in class talking about Pokemon. And the girls, they were like, yeah, the Rinse is cute, but he talks about Pokemon all the time. Ill, right? Who's the who I'm going somewhere a little bit conspiratorial, guys. Can you come with me real quick? Who was the ultimate man on television? I mean, like the not the ultimate males. Excuse me, man. Like who was the ultimate male? Let's just say that, because if I say man, it's kind of going to throw you off, because you're going to think, who's the ultimate man that was on television back in the '90s, fellas? Oh shoot! I want to turn the light on, but screw it. Who was the ultimate man? I want to see if people they're thinking caps in the chat room. I was in the middle ground, cool with nerds and the cool kids. Yeah, me too. That's why I came up with the term cool nerd, because I was able to do the cool stuff. I was able to play the NBA Lives and the Mattins, play basketball and stuff like that. But my appeal was always going to the nerds and talking about the nerdy stuff. You know what I mean? I think I was a little too nerdy for the nerds, though. The nerds were like, oh my God. Oh my God. But I felt like the cool kids accepted me more than the nerdy kids. Like if I saw a nerdy kid from my past today, he would just keep walking like, eh. But if I see like the cool kids, they'd be like, yo, Zo. It's like it's like a family moment. It just happened the other day. I'm coming out of the store holding fruit. I see a couple of cool kids from my past, and they were like, oh, Zo. Oh, he gave me the brother man hug and everything. Oh my God, Zo, oh my God, oh man, you look good, man. All right, yeah. But the nerds, they still mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Captain Planet. Who was the Captain Planet? That was a good one, TJ. Who that was good, TJ. Who was the ultimate man back in the day, yo? Who was the ultimate male on television? And like, just so happenly, the Caucasian Jew, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, he wanted to highlight this ultimate male. And he wanted to show, I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to give any spoilers, man. Come on, chat room, please. We're going to get a little conspiratorial right now. I don't even know how we got here, but it's nerd. It's nerd culture. It's nerd culture. I know how we got here. I'll wait for you guys. Please put down the ultimate male. Come on. Give me. Who do you got? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who do you got? Popeye, the Sailor Man. Okay, that was a good one. Was it He-Man? Okay. Dang! God! Did he get it, or was he joke? Was he trolling? God damn it! Did he really get it? Oh my God! No, there's no way you got that. He's trolling. He's talking. He didn't get it fully correct. Oh man, did he get it? I can't believe you got that, bro. Is he right? Did he? That's a mistype because I don't know what he's got one of the words right. Prel. Prel. Who are you talking about, Prel? Prel, who are you talking about? Did you get that? Did you get that, Prel? Prel, I swear to God, man, give me your cash app. Give me your cash app. If he got that, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't even open his bag. Prel, dang, you mother sucker. He got it. I didn't think I was. I thought I was going to trip you guys up, man. Steve Urkel was the ultimate man. Damn it! I can't believe he got that shit, man. I swore I was smarter than y'all. I swore I was smarter than y'all. Steve Mothersucking Urkel was the ultimate man. But the Caucasian Jew wanted to highlight how gross he was to women. Oh, God, Steve. Oh, God. Women hated him. Oh, he was the smart, intelligent, a scientist. This man was creating toxins where he was taking the DNA of, of Steve Urkel. Then they took the DNA of Carl Wiesel and mixed it together, and then they created a dirty. Steve Urkel was a brilliant mastermind, a nerd. This man, in the final episode, I think he flew to the moon to express his love to what was the girl's name? Laura Winslow. Went to the moon by himself and came back. Oh man. The nerd was the ultimate male. Go back and watch those Steve Urkels. The girls. And yet, that is the guy. That's the guy you need to be with if you're a woman. In a perfect society, that's the guy. He's a brilliant mastermind. He's the guy. But that grossed women out. And the Caucasian Jew, respect to the Caucasian Jew, he wanted to highlight that. It fascinated him that a black man with intelligence was gross to women. He was the ultimate man. He was the ultimate male on television. That family matters. That family matters. It wasn't supposed to be like that. But Steve Urkel came in, did his thing, and it became the Steve Urkel show. But every episode was letting you know he was the ultimate man, and women hated him. Oh my God. He didn't have any swag. He didn't have any swag. Damn it. Gay. Who said gay? They want a guy like Diddy. Oh, come on. Free Diddy. Bring my boy Diddy back home, man. What's Diddy in jail for again? I saw my girl watches this little Asian girl. She gets on there. She's from somewhere in Asia or Korea or China. I don't know. I think she's from Korea, but she has a Chinese husband. She knows all the black drama. Oh my God! When it comes to the black drama, she knows it all, man. I mean, she was sitting on there talking about her, sit on there with her husband gossiping about Diddy. And I saw her at the court case. She was at the case. She was in the goddamn case getting all the information to come back to bring to social media. I was like, that's weird. They got YouTubers at the at the thing. What did he do? He did everything. What is he in jail for though? He's right. I wasn't. It wasn't about Urkel. He became popular after season one. Does she know about the Blueface and Christian rock drama? I don't know. Is there? I don't know. I just saw. She was just watching one video, and she was just on there talking about. This is before the trial. It was just rumors of what Diddy was doing, and I think that's so interesting that these other races of people, they're fascinated in black drama. I mean, they know all the in and outs. They know it like how a kid would know all the basketball stats. These other races, Hispanics, Asians, they know all the black drama. They know it better than me. And that's why I'm asking you guys, what's it Diddy in jail for? I'm confused. They got him on some type of Magneto-esque lockup system where, you know what I mean? We can't even see Diddy. We got to see him through artist renderings. Baby oil. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing that they're bringing up why Diddy's in jail, I go, you go to jail for that? You go to jail for baby oil? He was trafficking. Who'd he traffic? Who'd he traffic? And there's. See, if I go down this route, it's going to get too dark, and the comment section is going to get quiet. But I ain't never seen no bigger trafficker than the powers that be. Who'd he traffic? I have no idea why Diddy's in jail. I have absolutely no freaking clue. He beat up Cassie. He's not in jail for that. And with the Cassie situation, I saw the security footage. I would never hit a woman. I struck a woman one time to get her up off me because she was on my back. She hit me up on the side of the back of the skull. Boom! You know what I mean? And back in the day, my father would say, hey, don't turn your back to no woman because she's going to be grabbing things and she can talk in her rage. She can grab things. She can grab a lamp. Bow to the back of the skull. You're dead. So when I felt her fist come across the back of my skull, my dad's words came into me. And I said, damn, she's behind me. I got to get her up off me. So I took this arm and I wiggled it around this way. Bow! Boom! I caught her. Bow! She was like, ugh. She felt listen, I didn't strike her. Like if I would have did that, if I would have came around with the thing, Yeah, the father sucker baby. If I would have came around with the elbow, and while she was doing while she was doing that, while she was concealing her the side of her skull, and I just started grounding and pounding her, then I would have been wrong. But I was just trying to get her up off me with the back of my arm. Bow, boom. You know what I mean? And another time I tried to. This girl hit me. Boom. And I wanted to push her, but my friends thought I wanted to ground and pound her. No, I just saw that there was some mud down there. She was a big girl. She not big as in fat, but she was like my height. She was like 6 foot, and I saw she had a skirt on and some flip flops, and there was some mud. There was some mud. I just wanted to push her in the mud, and I wanted to see her just fall into the mud with her butt like ah. You know, in my mind, I just wanted to see her fall into the mud. You know what I mean? That was the only time I ever put hands on a woman. They hit me first. Oh no, and another time was in camp. I was a little kid, and it was this girl. She was going around and hitting dudes. Bow! She was just hitting dudes. And I was going to the camp just to visit it. You know what I'm saying? And when I was a kid, my mom said, man, if a guy hits you, you hit him back. And if a girl hits you, you hit her twice as hard. My mom denies that she ever said something like that. That's what she said. If a woman hits you, hit her twice as hard. I was a kid, you know what I mean? But I was trained under the towers of Jeet Kune Do. I was trained in martial arts. My dad was sending me to karate, you know what I'm saying? So this girl was going around and she was hitting dudes. Bow! I'm coming to visit the camp, I swear. I'm coming visiting and I'm looking at them, and it's like it's a zoo. It's all these black kids, and I see people from school and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, this is some bull crap. That camp was weird, yo. That was my first gay experience, right? Some gay dude tried to get at me at that camp. So, you know, this chick is going around hitting people, hitting dudes, just going up and hitting them. And the dudes are going, oh, oh, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here looking at her like Goku, you know? You ever see that little meme where Chi-Chi's talking and Goku's looking at her like, you know what I mean? Like I'm watching her going around and looking for every guy to hit. She comes to me. I'm the last guy she comes to, right? And, you know, I'm looking like this, like, yo, if this chick hits me, I'm going to hit her back. In my mind, I'm thinking this. I'm like, yo, if she hits me, I'm going to hit her back. So she comes up to me and says, blah, blah, blah. And then she flicks me. She hits me off with the Naruto flick. You know what I mean? Bah! And I was like, the moon popped up. A Saiyan 8 came from behind me. And I caught her with a smooth uppercut jab, like in the animes. You know what I mean? Right in the stomach. Bow! Spit came out. I swear on everything. She was like this, like, just like the animes. She was like, she couldn't breathe. I'm not bragging about it, but we were kids, so it was fair game. You know what I mean? I would hit my sister with that move all the time, and my sister would eat that. You know what I mean? But I keep forgetting, like, when I go outside into the real world, it's different than the house. A lot of these cats, they look tough, but they're really weak. I used to notice that in the basketball and football. I was like, I thought this guy was a tough guy. He's weak as hell. So I catch this girl right into the journal. And then I get surrounded by a bunch of hood rats, little hood boogers. Oh my God, hey. They're just screaming and yelling. She's got stomach problems. She's got stomach issues. And I was just like, yo, what? You know what I mean? I was just like Goku versus the Ginyu Force. I was surrounded by hood rats. And they're just screaming and screaming and screaming. I'm coming to visit the camp. All this, and I still went to the damn camp. My dad saw all this and still sent me. Yo, I swear to God, she couldn't breathe. I saw her. Um, I saw her later on. She was a completely different person. She was quiet, humbled. She was real quiet. She was like shy. I saw her again. She was so different. She, I bet you she ain't never hit a dude ever again. I saw her again. She was so, whatever she was going through that day, it wasn't happening when I saw her again. She was, I was like, oh snap, that's the girl that hit me. But yeah, my ex girl, that was the only girl that I felt like, I got her up off me. Now with the Diddy tapes, it's completely different. But some things just don't add up. I'm watching the security footage. Let's go to the security footage. Let's go to it. Fellas, come on. Fellas, for those of us who've been in relationships, come on, we know. We know. We know what's going on. We know whatever we're seeing is not real. It's only to make him look guilty under public opinion. You know what I mean? You automatically see him hitting a girl and you go, oh my God, you're wrong. Oh my God, you can't hit a girl. But I'm telling you, like, something doesn't add up with the security footage. Hold on, guys. I don't know how we got here, but listen. Free Diddy, okay? Lock up Jay-Z. All right. Fellas, look at this. Come on, stop. See, you guys do this every time. You know, you did this with Bill Cosby. You did this, Bill Cosby, the Diddler. You got all these nicknames, but you ain't got no nicknames for white guys. Once you start giving nicknames to white guys, then...
Disturbing new video appears to support some of the accusations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
We want to warn you that this video you're about to see is extremely graphic. The surveillance footage...
Oh my God, your eyes. Now look. He's got a towel on. And he's chasing her, right? Something's not right. Something's not right. He's got a towel on, and he's running the chase after her. Look.
In 2016.
And look at Cassie. She's got look. She's got the bag. She's got the bag.
Then girlfriend Cassie
Disturbing new video appears to support some of the...
I don't know why this is fast forwarding so fast.
The Los Angeles hotel in 2016.
She's got some type of... The original footage they showed... Okay, yeah, he gave her a grounded pound. Now he's taking the bag back, and he gives her a kick. He drags her. I'm not laughing, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Come on, stop. But listen. Look, here we go. She's got the bag. What's in the bag? What is she doing? She's covered in all black. And she's like, all right, she's sneakily trying to get up out of there. What's going on? What's going on? What's in that bag? She's got no shoes on. She's got the bag. What's in that bag? She's looking through the bag. Oh, now she's putting the shoes on. Okay. Okay, now she's putting on the shoes. She's tiptoeing out of the room. And then Diddy notices she's gone. And then boom, he's like, oh shoot. What's going on? I gotta get it, right? Now, this is not what he's in jail for. He's not in jail for this though. But I'm just this is what everybody wants to point out to make him a bad man. Now he comes and he's talking to her. Man, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Bow. He throws her down and he gives her. That's wrong. That's not right. That's not right, Diddy. He grabs the bags. Boom, right? He starts to drag her. That looks crazy. All right, hold on. But then he starts talking to her. Then he comes back and he starts talking to her. I know that talk. Because I do that talk. He left it there, right? He's got his bag back and he's talking to her. She grabs the little money off of the ground and she's making her way out. Oh, no, she's calling the police. And here comes Diddy. He's in a towel and he's talking to her. He's talking to her. I know that talk. I know that talk. I'm a talker myself. He's talking to her. What's wrong with you, man? The hell's wrong with you? What are you doing? Look at this. He's talking. He's got his towel on. Now, he's coming out in the towel, right? So that lets me know that he was in the shower and or he could have been in the bathtub. Did Cassie grab some type of electronic device and try to throw it? You know what I mean? Did Cassie, we didn't see what happened in that room for him to run out in that towel. I'm a detective. I am. I'm the ultimate detective. When women get the same things, when I see things that don't add up, when the news is telling me something, I automatically go to, what's going on? For the rest of the video, he doesn't strike her again. He's talking to her. What does she do? That man loves her. If a man is talking to his woman, he loves her. Come on, what are you doing? Let's get it together. Those were love taps, man. The strikes were bad. It was wrong. I'm not saying, okay, what I would have came is got to snatch the bag out of her hand and I would have went back into the room. I don't know what happened in the room. I don't know what type of, the ultimate righto, yeah. I don't know what happened in the room. I think she might have took an electronic device, threw it in the bathtub while he's, tried to dump it in there while he was taking a bath and she tried to run up out of there. Something happened. I don't think Cassie is innocent, no way, shape, or form. It just looks bad that there's a big black man attacking this girl. It's not right. But something don't make sense. I'm a detective. I don't fall in line to what's just being told to me. Was there drugs in the bag? That was one of the nastiest field goal kicks I've Something happened for him to strike her like that. I don't believe he just striked her because he was just like, bow. I just told you that every incident I had with a female, when I had to put some type of hands on her, there was an incident before it. There was a strike before that. Diddy is savage. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying you guys should go around beating up a woman because they do something to you. But I'm trying to tell you, the devil was in that room that night. And it leaked out. They both were doing something that they shouldn't be doing. The hell? No, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. No. After I should have broke up with this girl. The girl that I caught her with the thing. Now we broke up after I broke up with her after the back arm elbow thing. I called my father and I told her what happened, and my father said, "Okay, you got to go. It's time. It's over." You know what I mean? I should have broke up with that girl a long time way before that because I remember she used to work in in the some type of nursing hospital for children, and kids were coming there, and they weren't going to make it, and one of the kids had passed, and that's very sad. But she would go into these traumatic breakdowns, and we were dating. It felt like it was really early on, and we were dating, and she one of the kids had passed, and she had one of these traumatic breakdowns, but she was taking it out on me. And I remember she was on top of the bed, just screaming and throwing things at me. And I don't even know. I don't even remember how it even got there. It just felt like she just took it there. And I was telling her, I said, "Hey, I should have left after that, but I was very young. I was in my 20s, early 20s at the time. I should have left when I saw that first thing, but I didn't. We stayed together, and I still think we're cool till this day. She actually keeps in contact with me better than I do with her. But that should have been a red flag to let her know, okay, this person's unstable. And I had to tell her, I said, hey man, you can't do this job if you know, because this is what's going to happen. These are the things that happen if you're working at that type of job. These kids are going to pass on. They're not well. Sorry, that had nothing to do with anybody. Just you're very symmetrical. The young bulls in the chat. Toxic love. Hey, 4-star ball. What's up, man? No, 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 stop. Stop. Don't do that. No, don't you put that other G. No, 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 no. Don't you put the E. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Zome. You broke it up. Yeah, no, it's been broken up. Thank you, guys. I should have broke. Oh, but anyway, after the elbow back attack, and I'm not saying this is right, and I'm not saying that you guys got to do this, but after the boom and then the there was no more problems. There was no more problems within that relationship. There was no more problems. But what was crazy is that I was done because my father said, it's time to go. But right after that fight, and I solidified that I was the dominance. And you're fucking with somebody that I might look like I'm goofy and I'm silly, and and that goofy and silliness builds up contempt in women. You have to be careful with these ladies because you're with a girl, you love her, and you're happy. So the real you comes out, and you're goofy and you're silly and you're having a good time, and meanwhile she's sitting over there like this. And it's not, you can't blame them. It's just who they are. They're just jealous creatures. You know what I mean? It's just in their DNA. So I don't blame them for being like that. But once you start to get real silly and and they're like this. Yeah. But after I hit her with that shot, and she was able to feel the true power of a Saiyan, there was no problem. She was buying tickets to concerts. She was driving me to places to go play video games. She was coming home with food and snack. Oh my gosh, she was amazing. She was an amazing girlfriend. But it was over. My father said, no more. No more. Yeah, she was a changed woman. All that screaming and carrying on, all the arguing, it came to an end. She even called me out on it. She was like, and then I thought about it and I was like, oh my God, I am. She's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I remember we were just chilling, having a good time, and I was finding a way to get mad because I was so used to combating with this female, and she had to stop me and let me go. Like, yo, you're the one that's messing the energy up right now because everything is cool. And I was just like, oh yeah, you're right, I am. She got me on that one. Your girl ever cheat on you with your dad? No. What the hell? But sometimes, I think sometimes I will see something and I won't let it go. And I think that's what my real beef with her was. Sometimes girls do something and I catch it. And I'll be like, and I think through the whole relationship, I got a chip on my shoulder. I could be honest about that. I think every relationship I had, I seen something that made me go. And me, I consider myself to be a little bit more advanced than the next man. And to the next man, it could be nothing. But to me, I go, man, that was very disrespectful. With her, it was my birthday. Sorry, guys, I'm renting. What do I do? I'm ranting. I apologize. But y'all took me here. It was my birthday, and she's preparing a meal. She's making the steak and she was a great cooker. The asparagus, the steaks. She was throwing down, and I went in her room, and I went on the computer, and the Facebook was open. And in the messages, like this was January, but the message was all the way back before Christmas. She was messaging a guy, and we were we were dating at the time. And she was messaging the guy that I saw pictures of in her camera. And I was like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, no, he's nothing. And it was that guy. And she messaged him saying, oh my God, I had a dream about you the other night. I was like, what the freak? And oh no, before that, she told me that this guy, and that was on the phone, she told me, oh look, this guy's messaging me, telling me that I forgot my flip flops at his house. Oh my God. He's bothering me, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then I look at the message. She said, oh, I had a dream about you. And yeah, I would like to get those flip flops back. But to me, she was telling me, oh, the flip flops wasn't a big deal. He was bothering her. I was like, so I interrupted. She was living with her cousin, and I was walking past her cousin's room, and I said something like, it was a male cousin, and I said something like, you can't trust, blah, blah, blah. And he was looking at me like, okay. And then I come in the kitchen, and I don't even like explode or anything. I was like, yo, I saw that you messaging old boy on Facebook. And she looked at me and she was like, are you gonna let this mess up your birthday? So I didn't let it mess up my birthday. I stayed quiet. I ate the food, it was delicious. That night she gave me the longest BJ I ever got in my life. She was just going to town, going to town, going to town. And the next day, I went off. Hey, Zoe, go get yourself a Big Mac. What are you talking about? I'm buff. I have the Superman Goku built. You don't know that they're buff until they rip off their shirt. Then you go, dang, that motherfucker's buff. You know what I mean? I have a superhero built. The Spider-Man, the Superman, the Goku built. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I went off on her. I went off on her for 3 hours straight. She just sat there like, and I've been mad ever since. I didn't bring it up, but I used to be like, mad. Where's Zoe Jr. at? No, no Zoe Jr.'s. I'm not against having children, but I thank the Most High every day that I don't have children and I never got married. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen a happy man who's been married. I don't know not one happy man that is married. I was on a podcast with a bunch of Xbox guys, and I said that, and they wanted to tell me about they wanted to tell me about the sex and the sex and the sex and the sex, and I'm like, "Hey, well, that's it. Sex is cool, but sex ain't forever. Sex. The sex, like that was it. That was the only thing. That's what lets me know that you're not happy.
Having dated black men,
That's what that's what lets me know a man's not happy when he's the only thing he can brag about is the sex. How can you be that much of a simp to fall to the vagina like that? That's just crazy to me. What's your diet like? These past 2 days have been bad. Um, I ate something at 7-Eleven because I was starving, and I usually fast and come back and eat a lunch. But my lunch was is sitting in a plastic bowl in the car all day, and that plastic. So I went to 7-Eleven and got they sell like beef patties in there, and I ate that. I should never ate that. My stomach has been bloated ever since. And but my diet that really got me cut it and shred is I've been cooking with butter, uh, grass fed butter, organic grass fed butter. I eat salmon, cod, 100% grass fed beef. 100%. Make sure it says 100% grass fed beef. Because you'll have a lot of them that says grass fed beef, right? You'll have a lot of things that say grass fed. Now, eating bad is eating jerky and sweet potato sticks. So eating bad for me is different from eating bad from you. But last night, I went to the gym with my girl. We went to the gym like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I stopped at the diner. I should have never did that. I don't know why I did that, but it was like a nostalgic thing, right? So I stopped at the diner and got me some. I should never did this, but I did, and I woke up. My bowels were all jacked up. I was all jacked up this morning when I woke up from eating that. Anyway, but my real diet has been 100% grass-fed beef, salmon, sardines, and extra virgin olive oil, jasmine rice, quinoa, um, sauerkraut. Is that what it's called? No, not sauerkraut. Coleslaw. I get everything from Costco's. I shop at Costco, so you can buy a huge container of coleslaw, a huge container of kimchi, Greek yogurt, creatine, 4 pills of vitamin D, zinc. I take the 2 creatine pills, and I take a scoop of creatine in my Greek yogurt. Everything's organic. Water and kombuchas is the only thing I drink. And Spindrift is a seltzer water without the natural flavors. Sauerkraut, yes. Sauerkraut. Do I eat sauerkraut? Oh, yeah, sauerkraut. And I read the back of everything. I just don't read the front and it says Doritos, spicy, mango, um, tangerine, berry flavored. I read the back. I read the back. And if the ingredients look crazy, I don't eat it. I stopped eating out, but I did eat at 7-Eleven and the diner these last 2 days, and I should never did that. That was bad. But I did it to feel good, but it didn't feel good. It didn't even feel good when I was eating it. I can't eat out anymore. I can't eat out anymore because when I eat out, I get nauseous, I get sick, I get a lot of mucus. So everything has to be prepared at home. I love the brand. I eat Archer. Sugar is in everything. How much zinc? It's like a little capsule. I bought these Dr. Berg. I watched Dr. Berg. He has his own um, capsules he sells on Amazon. I trust him. The ingredients are great. I watched Dr. Berg and what's the other guy? Brenda, Bobby. Those guys are great to watch. They're very good at what they do. I mess with Dr. Berg, dude. Yeah, really, yeah. Dr. Berg is great. And a consistent workout. Getting up at 4 o'clock every morning to go to the gym. And I was able to get this. I was able to get the anime physique, the Spider-Man physique. I do a push pull. I do squats. Very important. I've been working on my arms a lot these past couple months since winter. I've been working a lot on upper chest, so I'm doing incline on the machine, bench presses. Those are really good. Your curls. Working on my triceps. I did that last night. I think I'm going to also look into training people. There's an older lady at my job that wants me to train her. I think I'm going to look into training people. Only thing is, if people really want to, I don't want to. I don't want to train somebody for free because you train them and then they go home and eat, cook with castor oil and eat. You don't look at the back of the ingredients. And the number one most important thing when you're working out is what you eat. Whatever you're eating is what is going to give you what you need. Oh, I'm gonna get a little nasty. Zobi, are you going to do a food video? Yeah, like I said, I was looking at getting into training. So I want to train people. I'm going to practice with the lady at my job. But like I said, I know she's going to go off of work and continue to have a bad diet. And it's like I'm doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm training someone and they have a bad diet, that's okay because they'll just keep coming back. And that's what I'm looking for. But I'm still going to tell them what the most important things to do. But if you're training somebody for free, you're kind of cutting in on my training time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I told her. I say, I'm going to train you, but you can't cut it to my training time. You know what I'm saying? When I go to the gym, it has nothing about looking good. You know what I'm saying? It's just so that I don't kick anybody's ass. That's really why I go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, I'm going to be a mess. I'm going to lose my mind. Hold on real quick, fellas. Seriously, I'm going to whoop ass. I'm going to get into a fight with somebody if I don't go to the gym. It clears my mind. It's somewhat of a meditation process for me, man. I get in there and it's like you focus on the workout and that's it. It takes your mind away from all the stress, anything that's going on at work, anything that's going on in your life, man. That gym just clears your mind and you're just focused. Focused, and when you're doing it the right way, you're just focused. I was in that zen last night. Wow, just hitting it. Boom, bam. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing training videos, bringing the camera. I got a gym membership at Planet Fitness, but I got another gym membership where they allow you to put the camera and stuff. But I need to get those glasses and I got to get some type of mic thing so I can talk while I'm doing it. That's the thing about Zobi 70 I like is that, we're constantly evolving the brand. We're never trying to fit in with modern things. The audience is growing with me, So I think that's going to be something that I'm going to look into is training people. Because I tell people stuff all the time. At my job, they'll come to me and say, hey, what do you do? Hey, what do you do? And I always tell them, walking and drinking water is the first thing I would recommend. Then after that, light weights, gradually, gradually working your way up. Thanks, Jack Swart. Thank you. Zobia, you did a meet and greet in 2025? No, I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I'll probably meet if you guys are going to a Comic Con. I remember I went to a Comic Con years ago. I felt like a celebrity. I've never seen so many strangers just, yo, Zobi. That was crazy. When I went to Comic Con one year, it was wild. So many people I've never even seen before. Zobi, love the videos, man. Love the videos, dude. Everybody was so happy to see me. And there were bigger YouTubers there. And they were just like, Zobi. Yo, Phoenix, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Akashic Sage of Wisdom, what's up, brother? I'm going to my first con in October. I would definitely meet you guys at a con. There's a guy at my job that is going to cons. He wants me to come with him to one in New Jersey. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. I think it's soon. It's like June 26th. What's today? I think it just passed. What's today? Oh, 26th is tomorrow. It's June something. It's probably this weekend. but I can't make it. I don't know what I'm babbling about now, guys. With whom you talking with? Who kid are you? What's up? You doing good? Yeah, doing great, man. It's good to see you, brother. Akashic, Sage of Wisdom. Something else I had to say, but I forgot. Yeah, but the diet has been really good. Really good. I usually get my diet in order in the summertime. It's easier for me to eat healthier. I just got to keep it going in the winter, but I don't think I'm going to eat out ever again because it messes me up. I went to McDonald's a year ago and I got sick. I was supposed to go to like this flea market thing with my girl. I got sick after eating at McDonald's. And then before that, I was eating at a Jamaican spot. I ate 2 spinach patties and I felt like I was going to throw up. So I said, I'm never going back in there again. I went to the diner last night. Only thing that didn't mess with me was the beef patties from 7-Eleven. Went to the diner last night and got some French toast. And like I woke up this morning and I just was feeling terrible. Oh, another thing, guys, this is gross. I'm going to tell you. But I would totally recommend no fapping. No jorking. No jorking your peanut. And this is gross. I'm going to take it there. Penis exercises. Penis exercises. Kegels or get you some type of penis pump. Get you some type of penis pump. You gotta work out your penis as well. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little gross. No jorking, no porn. Unfollow all the girls on your Instagram. That's porn. That's porn. Be careful on Twitter because Twitter's bad. You'd be just randomly scrolling and then you get to something. You'd be like, hey, what the hell? Why am I in porn all of a sudden? Instagram and Twitter, you got to delete. You got to get rid of those girls. No porn. Absolutely no porn, guys. Get you a penis pump and get you some penis exercises, Kegel exercises. I'm being real, like, yeah, I was literally waking up in the mornings without an erection. That's bad. That means you have low testosterone. What is that? I was literally waking up with no erection. When I was a kid, I remember I used to wake up with rock hard erections. Like, you know what I mean? My erections were up before I was. I would wake up, the erection, it was hard to pee and everything. Now, I feel like a kid again. Dropping the porn, getting rid of all the girls on Instagram. My thing is like prank videos. If I go to Instagram, it's like cat videos, prank videos, people walking up on people. It's this one guy who he's like, I'm translating for my friend, he likes you. And he's translating for you. And the guy be like, hey, do you like bubble? And he'd be like, and the girls be like, what? And they're like, do you like boba? And they're like, yeah, do you like, and he's like, do you like ice cream? Did y'all see that? I love those prank videos when cats are rolling up with the Google goggles, the Google goggles, the Meta glasses. Oh man, that is my joint. And cat videos. Cat videos are the best. Life is so much better when you get off of porn, man. I never noticed how addicted I was. I didn't think I was addicted. I didn't think I was addicted until I quit porn. I was like, yo, I was addicted. I was jerking my penis every night. There were times where I would stop and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yo, I mean like it was bad. It was bad. And another reason I got off of those porn sites is because like you be on the thing, like back in the day with porn, there was a section for the gay stuff. Now you're scrolling and you're scrolling through and then you see some gay stuff. You're like, hey, what the hell? Like, oh, come on, man. You know what I mean? I'm looking and scrolling, and then some type of gay thing will pop up. Oh, come on, man. What the hell? Nothing against my gay brothers and sisters. I don't want to see that. So I haven't watched porn in so long. And yes, looking at girls on Twitter or even Instagram, that's porn. That's porn. That's bad, man. Don't look at that stuff. I'm not trying to act like I'm some type of saint. I'm just saying this is what helps. Um, if you want to see some true growth within your muscles, you don't need steroids. You just um, you just need a really good diet. Make sure you're taking in your vitamin D, your zinc, your supplements, your Greek yogurt. I take. I'm going to do a video showing you guys what I take. And the porn is probably the greatest thing you can drop because it's like when you're doing that and you're releasing your essence. You know what I mean? You're getting rid of all that passion and what makes you a man. Makes you want to come out and fight and thrive. You know. That was the best thing I could have ever done was getting rid of the pornography. Testosterone, yeah, testosterone. Oh, what a great part to come into great googly googly. Cat fights. Cat fighting is fun to watch. I love cat videos, man. I hate when they be like, I don't know, that makes me mad because they do it out here. And I'd be like, hey, shut up! But I was watching one video, the guy puts the cat camera on him. And the cat, he was chilling, and another cat jumped on him. I think I sent that to Mamacita. That was funny. I've been looking at cat videos, man, and literally just laughing, dying laughing, man. My God. Uh, Another thing I that was I was doing it for a while, but then I got back to social media. It was great. That was great. When I deleted Instagram um, and Twitter, that was great. That was fun. But I re-downloaded the Twitter because I have no idea what's going on in the virtual in the gaming world without it. But I was definitely I need to find ways to make more money, man. And I am um, because if I had more money, I'll be out doing things. But since I don't have a lot of, I spend most of my money on food. So I'd rather just be in the house watching dun 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 dun. That dun dun is lit, guys. You guys watching dun dun dun? That's my favorite. The last three episodes wasn't really hitting, but I could tell it's building up to something big for season two. You guys watch dun dun dun? I did I did I did I did I did I incident I did I I was doing that floss dance that the girl does in the video. That's such a fun anime. Y'all watch Dan Dan? Good to see you just reading and working out. I need to read too, man. Just turning out the distractions of the world. I'm more focused this year. Me too, man. I'm a lot more focused. But I feel like I'm losing focus. It got real hot these past 3 days. So I'm doing kind of bad. But I'm gonna get back tomorrow. The temperature's gonna drop. It's gonna be in the 80s tomorrow. So I'm gonna get back focused. I'm gonna delete. I haven't been on Instagram. It's just there. But I'm about to delete that again. The Twitter, I'm gonna delete that too, and hopefully I could just get information. It's gonna be hard, but I need to read my books. That's gonna be the next thing I do. I got all types of wacky books. You're a Mogul, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Crap, The 50 Laws of Power. I bought a book that I wanted to read. I got this pimp book I bought. I still didn't read it. Striking Thoughts. This is a good book. Striking Thoughts by Bruce Lee. This is a very good book. This is as far as I got in the book, but it's good. It's just like little philosophical things that Bruce Lee came up with. It's really good. Let's see what I got here. The meaning of life. Let's see. The meaning of life. The meaning of life is that it is to be lived. It is not to be traded and conceptualized and squeezed into a pattern of systems. You see what I'm saying? Like Bruce Lee would just have these random philosophical things, you know what I mean, that he would just write down. The life is the effect of feelings. Life is simply what our feelings do to us. Yeah, don't believe everything you think. That's another book that I got, and it was very good, but I didn't finish. This pimp book I want to read by Iceberg Slim. I was recommended this book by a couple of YouTubers. Ayn Rand's The Virtual Selfishness. All type. This is a Japanese book I got here. The Secret Wisdom of the Samurai. I gotta read that. I got so many books I gotta read. Mind Control. Behold the Pale Horse. Gotta read that. I got so many books I gotta read. I was learning Spanish at one point. Yaqub, the Father of Mankind by Elijah Muhammad. This is a book. This is a really good book. This is what got me into doing YouTube. Russell Simmons, Do You, 12 Laws to Access the Power in You to Achieve Happiness and Success. I read this book all the way through. That was really good. Do You. It's a good book. Basically, the whole book is just telling you to just do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Screw what everybody else says. Just do you. This is Percy Jackson, The Olympians. I'm a guy that wants to create my own fantasy stuff. Keep going. This is 10 Ways to Stay Creative in the Good Times and the Bad. This is a spin-off book of, I forgot what the book was called though. Where is it? It's called something. Oh, The Subtle Art, no. How to Steal Like an Artist. Austin Kleon. Good books. Short books. Dream Dictionary. Top 10 games you can play in your head. I'm a weirdo, guys. If the Buddha dated, this was given to me. You're a badass. How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living. I had a Target for 20% off. How to Win Friends and Influence People. An art teacher told me to buy this. I lost this book, and then I rebought it, and then I found the book. I think my mom got me this, The Secret. This is just jazz CDs, Yusef Lateef, De La Soul, Prince's Greatest Hits, Tevin Campbell, I'm Ready. I don't know what that means. Digital Planet, Doom. Doom. I still collect CDs. I'm a weirdo. This is a Norman Brown, After the Storm. Ray Charles, Greatest Hits. Lupe Fiasco. Anne-Marie, one of my favorites. I love Anne-Marie so much. She was the first Black and Asian girl I saw. I was like, my God, I gotta get one of those. And I went to Arizona and it was Black and Asian girls everywhere. I was infatuated with this Black girl. Doomsday. Doom is incredible. Barry White's Greatest Hits. Marvin Gaye, I Want You. I got a bunch of CDs. The Vietnam War. I was watching that, but it was sad. My dad was in that war. Looney Tunes. John Coltrane, Kenny G. All types of CDs. 1984, George Orwell. I read only like 5 of these books. The Satanic Bible, The Invasions of the Body Snatchers. Oh, here it is. Still Like Your Artist is the first book. And then Show Your Work. Reggie Fils Ames, Disrupting the Game. The Secret, Malcolm X. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Full Metal Alchemist. Yo, mangas is mad. This was an expensive manga, but they went up in price. Mangas are like, see how much mangas used to cost? Now they're like $15. Journey to the West. This is a good book. Zen in the Martial Arts. Message to the Black Man, phenomenal book. How to Eat to Live. Great books. Great books. Miles Davis. The Jerusalem Bible. Great documentary. I love this documentary, The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness. Evangelion. This is a good documentary. Never Ending Man, Hayao Miyazaki. Yeah. Intermopai. My father bought me this. This is there's a real thing out here about this guy who was able to make fireballs and chi with his hands. I'll do a video on that another day. Some Funkos. My girl got me this. Super C got me this one too. I got that. Dragon Ball Kai. More pops. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Sorry, don't mind the laundry and the mess. I had the couch over there, but I moved it over here. I was gonna put a rug down there, but I gotta buy it. Hanuman, I'm gonna get a Hanuman tattoo on my inner arm right here. I'm gonna get, but it's gonna be this pose right here. I'm gonna get that Hanuman. I would like to get color, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I wanna get this Hanuman tattoo on my arm right here. I already have the Om. I just wanna get the Hanuman right there. I think that's gonna be lit. These little drinks they sell at the Asian stores, I was collecting them. That's the Final Fantasy X cast. That's Kali, Lakshmi, Hanuman. I like this little thing. It reminds me of me. It's got the hook head. It's got the Zobi 70 skull. It kind of looks like me a little bit. It's King Tut's daughter, I believe. But I liked it because it looked like, if I was to do to my face with the makeup, it would look like me. I got my Ankh. I bought that at the King Tut exhibit. I bought this at some type of, one of those stores in the mall. I got a skull. I got this rock here. I love this rock. I forgot what it was called, but it's beautiful. These are real plants, except for this Lego. That's a Lego. The Power of Imagination. I got some Japanese games. I got Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the Sega Saturn. Google game costs. It's the best version. I got the My Hero Academia, Pokemon, Street Fighter, Berserk, my Vision of Escaflowne, Yu Hunk of Trash, and more of the classic anime hits. What the hell's this? Wolf Children. How'd this get in here? Uh-oh. I don't watch anime anymore. Pokemon. And these are my Japanese games. Cyberbots. wacky games in here. Yeah. What else I got over here? My sister got me this. This is my record player. Plays music. It's gangster, yo. My girl bought me this. I had another one, but I broke it. And she got me this one. It's got the wood grain in it. But it plays music. This is so gangster, man. It sounds beautiful, too. Oh, why is it not playing? Should be playing by now. It's probably dirty. I gotta probably clean off the dust. But yeah, it plays music. My manager bought me that. She knows I like anime. She got me that. I bought that a long time ago. Ganesha. I got Goku. My girl got me this Kobe Bryant. Goku, Sonic 3. This was a giveaway for buying Naruto Storm Revolution. Awesome poster. It's Dragon Ball Super. My girl got me that. I bought that years ago. Bought that. I got Bardock. More of these drinks. Super Saiyan God. My girl bought me this. Inuyasha, Mini Ashawasha. Goof Troop. The dragon from One Piece. More anime. Movies, cartoons. My dad just got this for me. He was like, yo, Zo, I got you something, man. Check this out. And he got me the Dragon Ball Goku's Top 7 Fights Uncut. $199. Sword of Berserk. I think my girl got me that card, right? CDs. Dragon Ball. Schmickskis. My girl got me this. I bought the bonsai tree. Yeah. I still got to put this together. Lego's about to start doing some Pokemon stuff. One Piece. I stopped collecting One Piece because one of the DVDs is too expensive. The one when he's fighting Leopard Man. Does anybody have that? I can borrow it. I only watch One Piece on DVD. Yeah. Here's your birthday card. Yeah, she got that. Yeah. Here's the Ultimate Man, Steve Urkel. It's kind of dusty. There was a lot more stuff. I had to clear up some of these toys. It was just too much. My mom was coming here teasing me. But, yeah. Yeah. This turned into MTV Cribs. Sorry, my bad. I haven't bought any new toys, but I saw a couple of them. I was like, oh, they're about to come out with the Evangelion girls SH figure arts. Oh my, I gotta get that, man. I gotta get it. They had Kid Goku at Target, Kid Goku, Kid Vegeta from Dragon Ball Daima at Target. I didn't grab it. I should have. I was gonna go home and get them on Amazon because Amazon was cheaper, but I didn't do it. Oh, this is one of my, I like this poster I got. Spider-Man poster, black suit Spider-Man. My girl bought me this when we first started dating. She got me that. She used to buy me stuff. She don't buy me that no more. We've been together for 3 years now. She ain't buying me crap. She used to be thoughtful. Hey, I'm at shop right now. Do you want me to grab you a kombucha? She don't do none of that stuff anymore, man. Are you going to SummerSlam? No, I'm not going to go into SummerSlam. No. Yep. My bad, guys. But yeah, it's getting late. I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But we did it. Whatever we did it. I'll let you guys later.